Hi everyone, it's Roisin Reads and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a book haul. So I have recently sorted out my shelves and I've decided to get rid of quite a few books. I have got 3 massive bagfuls. I'm going to go through and explain why I'm getting rid of them, and some of them are because I've got multiple copies and that sort of stuff. Others are because I just don't actually want to read the book anymore, or I never actually wanted to read it but I wanted to complete the series type thing and that kind of thing. So let's get straight into the video because it's going to take a while. So the first book I have is part of a series, and I have the entire series that I'm giving away, which is The Glass House, The Morganville Vampires. I have all 15 books which I'm giving away, and that is because I have got all 15 on my Kindle. So I don't actually need the physical copy books anymore. I've got them on Kindle, so I can always go back and read them. But I love this series. I read them while I was in high school from my school library. Got all 15 on ebook and I've got them on physical, so I'm getting rid of the physical copies. It's a very good book. It is worth the read. It's a young adult book. The next series is The Kane Chronicles. I've got all 3 books. I'm getting rid of these because I've got them in hardback cover. Don't need them in paperback as well. It is the 3rd series in the Percy Jackson Rick Riordan series. So this, I think, is following Carter Kane. The next book is Ninth House by Leah Bardugo. I got this thinking it would be like her other series, the Shadow and Bone trilogy and the Six of Crows duology. It is not, so I don't really want to read this. It, I think, is kind of a horror type book, and I'm not really that big into horror, so I don't really want to read this, so I've got this. The next book I am getting rid of is Bewitched. The reason I'm getting rid of this is because I got a special edition copy with the sprayed edges from Waterstones, so I don't need 2 hard copies of the same book when one of them's a special edition, so I might as well get rid of the non-special edition one and keep the special edition one. The next book is Ace of Spades. I'm getting rid of this because I have the ebook copy, so I don't need a paperback version of one that I've got as an ebook, and it's going to take up space on the shelf. I don't need it. Next I have First Carnival and Other Climates, and I've got that is a Rick Riordan Presents type book. He's got a book in there but so have others, and I didn't realise what this was. It was just because Rick Riordan had got it that I got it, so I don't really want it, so, and I'm never planning on reading it, so there's no point in keeping it just because Rick Riordan's got it. I just wanted it because he wrote it, but I actually don't want to read it. Does that make sense? Because Rick Riordan's an author, but I didn't realise it was with all these other authors, so I'd only read the Rick Riordan story, and I think I did read it. No, I didn't. I never actually read this, but I don't really want to read it, so I'm getting rid of it. The next book is The Unhoneymooners. I have read this. I have enjoyed it. I have the Kindle edition. Not much more to say. I have got Fourth Wing. This is the paperback version. I have a hardback. I have a special editions hardback. I don't need a paperback as well. The next book is Legend Born. I have a hardback cover, which is the special editions. I don't need this one. Most of it's because I've already got another copy. The Song of Achilles. Don't really know. I have the Kindle edition. I did read another book by her, which was Circe. I didn't enjoy that, but talking about that, I have Circe. I didn't really enjoy this book, so I'm getting rid of it. I finished it, but I didn't really enjoy it. I have the Kindle edition of this book, so I don't need the paperback version. The next book I have is Red Rising. I don't actually know why I got this book. I'm pretty sure it's like a science fiction type book. I don't really like science fiction. A lot of people was recommending it though, so that's why I got it. And I got kind of swept up in the hype. Don't want it, not going to read it. getting rid of it. The next book is The Goddess Test. I only got this because I wanted some more kind of gods and goddesses, Greek mythology type thing. Thought this was going to be. Had it on my shelf for about 3 years. Didn't even touch it. Didn't know anything about it. Don't think I'm going to read it, so I'm getting rid of it. And somebody else can read it and love it. The next book is Girls of Paper and Fire. Have this on Kindle. Don't need a physical copy of it as well, so getting rid of it. A lot of these books are going to be quite similar because I don't need 2 copies of the same book. If I've got it on Kindle, I'm getting rid of it as the paperback. I've got Cinderella is Dead and The Poison Heart. I'm pretty sure this is book 1 and this is book 2. I could be wrong though. Or it's just 2 different books. I'm pretty sure I've got Cinderella is Dead on Kindle and The Poison Heart. I think I've got both of these on Kindle. If not, I am going to keep these. These were just in there as I didn't know if I was going to get them. So I need to check on my Kindle if I've got both of them. If I haven't, I'm either going to get them or if I'm going to keep the copies that I've got. So it's undecided so far. The next books I have is a series. I don't actually know what the series is called, but it's 3 Dark Crowns, 1 Dark Throne, 2 Dark Reigns, 5 Dark Fates, Queen of Renborn. I don't actually know. I got caught up in the hype and I was given these, I think, as a present because I asked for them. And because I was caught up in the hype, don't actually know anything about it and I'm getting rid of it. Again, they've been on my shelf for a very long time and I haven't picked them up. I don't think I'm ever going to pick them up, so I'm getting rid of them. The next books I have is the Scythe trilogy. I don't actually know if it is called the Scythe trilogy, but I've got all 3 books. And I have Scythe on Kindle, so if I actually want to read them, I'll get them on Kindle now instead of having them as paperback, because I almost never read paperbacks anymore because I need to have the light on and they're heavy compared to my Kindle. I'm a Kindle girly through and through now, so I don't need these copy. And like I said, if I do want to pick them up, I'll just get them on Kindle because I have got Scythe, but I never reach for them. So the next book I have got is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I bought this as a pre-order and then either Owlcrate or Illumicrate sent it as a box in one of the boxes, and it's a special edition, so I'm keeping that one and I'm getting rid of the one that I personally brought. The last books I have in this bag is the Summoner series. I heard one person mention them and it sounded quite interesting and they were on a deal, so I bought all the series. Never reached for them and I don't think I ever will, so I'm just getting rid of them. Somebody else can love them because he probably won't for me, so getting rid of those as well. Okay, and then the last bag is probably going to be filled with mostly romance because this is how I've set up my shelves. So we have The Queen of Blood. I have the hardback copy of this and I've got the rest of the trilogy, and I don't need a paperback version as well. I have Fangirl. I have Looking for Alaska by John Green. I have The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, and I have Turtle All the Way Down. I have all of the John Green books on Kindle. I got into the hype with Fangirl and I never read it. So, and I think I'm too old now to read it. I think it's mostly high school stuff and I've now gone on to college kind of romances. I missed my window for that one. The next book is Alex and Eliza. I've got this on Kindle. The Start of You and Me. I don't know if I've got this on Kindle, but again, I think this might be a high school. Yeah, this is more high school books, and like I said, I've kind of outgrown those. I have Wolf by Wolf, which is a historical fiction. Don't know why I've got it. Don't like historical fiction. I'm pretty sure it's a Hitler retelling. And then I've got The Lost Hero, which is a Heroes of Olympus book. this is a paperback. I have them all in hard book, so I don't need the paperback version. I have got the Geography of Lost Things. I read this book. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't need to keep the copy, and it's a really good copy because it's really floppy. I read this in a reading challenge where there was like a read along type thing, so there was 7 prompts and I picked 7, and this was one of the books. I read it within 24 hours. It was a good book. The next couple are Not Here to Be Liked. I'm pretty sure I've got it on Kindle. And A Faux Love Story. I've definitely got this on Kindle. I've got the Spanish Love Deception. I got mixed reviews from this, and I think my sister bought this copy. I got mixed reviews. I don't think I will really enjoy this book, so I'm getting rid of it. If I do want to pick this up, I'm pretty sure it might be on Kindle Unlimited. If not, I'll just buy it on the Kindle. I don't need a physical copy of a book that I don't know if I'm going to read. The next book is Illuminate. I, again, don't know why I've got this book. It's a science fiction book. Don't really like science fiction. The next books I've got is Prince Charming and Her Royal Highness. They're both a series. I haven't read either of them, and I don't think I'm going to. I have got another historical romance, Lovely War. This is a Aphrodite and Ares, the god of war. It's kind of a story about them. I think it's a retelling, I'm pretty sure. So that's why I got it originally, but again, don't really enjoy that kind of stuff, so I think I'm going to give this to my nan because I think she'd really enjoy it. I've then got The Cousins, which came in a Date with a Book. I don't think I'd ever read it. It's about the Second World War. Again, historical fiction, not a big fan of. I have then got Red, White and Royal Blue. Again, I don't think I'm going to read it. I probably would have if I'd have read it when I actually bought the book, but I never did. So, and if I ever wanted to read it, I think I'd just get it on Kindle. But again, it's kind of like high school stuff, and I think I'm outgrowing that now. So I have then got the Hate You Give kind of trilogy, where you've got the Hate You Give, I've got Concrete Rose, and I've got On the Come Up of this series. And I've never read any of them, but I'm pretty sure I've got the Hate You Give on a Kindle book, so I don't need the physical copy. And then finally, I have got Wonder Woman. But I got that because it was Leigh Bardugo, and I don't think I'm ever going to read that, is the series, so. And then I've got The Cousins, which is by the best-selling author of the One of Us is Lying series. It was a book box. It isn't signed, but it's got sprayed edges. And then it came with a letter. I kept them together and I've got those. And then finally, I have got my signed edition, special edition books. I have got A Sky Beyond the Storm. It's a signed edition and it's got sprayed edges. I've only got this book. I've got all of the rest in paperback, so there's no point in keeping one signed copy of like the last book I think in the series. I've then got A Deadly Education, signed and sprayed edges. Don't want to keep this. It's kind of a dark academia type book, and I'm pretty sure I've got the Kindle version, so I don't need the special editions hardbook, especially of a book that I don't know if I'm ever actually going to read. All of these books pretty much I got in book boxes, so I didn't actually specifically go out and buy these, so that's why I'm kind of getting rid of them. The next book is Winter's Orbit. Again, special edition, sprayed edges, but it's a science fiction book. Not really into science fiction. I've got The Ones We're Meant to Find. It is signed with some nice end pages and a nice naked hardback. Again, not something that I'm probably ever going to read, so I might as well sell it and make a bit of money off it. I have got These Violet Delight. It is a Romeo and Juliet retelling. I absolutely despise Romeo and Juliet from school, so I'm never going to read this. And this one's signed again, and I even have a little card that came in with the book. Not gonna read it, and it's a nice end pages, and then it's got a naked hardback cover. I have got The Ravens, which is a secret society kind of one, only their sisterhood can save them type thing, and it is signed dust jacket, I think. Oh no, it's got a normal dust jacket, but it is a special edition, so I'm not going to read that though. I have then got A Lesson in Vengeance, which has got really lovely sprayed edges. I don't know if you can see that. I'm never going to read it, so might as well get rid of it again. And then finally I have got Star Daughter. I have read this book. Again, sprayed edges and it's signed. I have read this book. I thoroughly enjoyed it when I read it. Probably never going to read it again, so there's no point in keeping it. I might as well try and sell it and try and make a bit of money, and somebody else can enjoy the book. So that is all of the books that I'm unhauling. I don't know how many there is, but I will count them and put it in the title. So yes, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe down below, and I will see you in the next video, which will be how to set up a cozy atmosphere for reading. That comes out on Sunday, and I hope you come back to watch that, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.